you need like giant hats when you were walking around?
No one had a giant hat, from my experience.
There was no 10-gallon
you didn't
hats.
get into real
Damn.
Texas.
I was in fake
You got
Texas.
into Texas one.
You gotta go to Texas too to see the hats.
Yeah. Leave a comment where Texas has hats. Anyway, are we ready to go?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yes.
Sure. Let's do it.
Yeah, I forgot why we were here. I thought we were just talking about Texas.
Now we were just riffing about Texas.
Yeah. Can anyone tell me what happened like 10 minutes ago?
We broke into prison.
Nope.
We broke into prison, and then after we broke into prison, we went to a diner.
We made new brothers. For real. We have new brothers.
So what happened? I can actually give the explanation if that's okay with everybody.
Is it gonna start with we got to prison?
We got to prison
because you didn't. No. Stop confusing.
All right, let me start over. I'm sorry. I think I'm confused. Let me start over.
Okay.
So we first off, we decided that we're delivering jumpsuits, rompers, and green hair dye to the prison as a disguise of sorts, I guess, to get in, right? We're getting into the prison. We're not breaking out. So to get into the prison, we're doing that under the alias of Brad's Miscellaneous Delivery Service, right?
Brad's Mystery
Miscellaneous.
Brad's Mystery Miscellaneous.
Yeah. You really gotta emphasize the C in miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous. And we split up. The Fingies and Cosmo and Iris went in the van full of Cheez-Its and rompers and jumpsuits. And me and Dees got 2 measly boxes of green hair dye, but they were filled with Cheez-Its. So we took those measly boxes into his Mustang, and I want to say I really wanted to start the conversation of getting out of the car with like, Dees, I'm really sorry I dropped that box of Cheez-Its, man. But I decided not to do that. That would be a dick move. So
car vacuums exist. It's fine.
Yeah, but like I'd be like, oh, and dump it, like fucking shake it out.
Step on it, smear it into the carpet a little.
I'm glad you didn't do that.
Yeah, that would have been rude. So we got out of a hotel in Minnesota, and we made it to Missouri. What town are we in Missouri? Is it an unstated town?
Yeah, no one's asked about what town it is.
Okay, so it's Prison Town, Missouri.
Prison Town, Missouri. It's exactly what it is.
So we made beforehand. We made a stop at the diner. What was the diner called again? That I didn't write. Parsniffles Diner. That's famous for its alcoholic chicken nuggets and shrimp. But they really do emphasize on the alcoholic chicken nuggets. So we go in there and we meet 2 of our best buddies, 2 of our best friends that we now have. Terry and Bill Baramy. Bill Baramy is a Mothman. Terry is a human, correct?
Yep.
Cool. We made best friends with them. We're going to bring them back to the Hotel Minnesota because they gave us information about all of our friends in prison. Mm-hmm. And then we got to prison. We left them at the diner, at the 25/7 diner, and we went to prison after getting fucked up on chicken nuggets and shrimp.
That's literally exactly what happened. As we as your 2 vans, well, 1 van, 1 car, kind of diverge at the gate with Chrys and Dees parking the Mustang in the sort of exterior parking lot. And
who's Nick?
Nick is the name of the prison officer that Dees has been working with. That was established.
Okay.
For all dear sweet listeners out there, the button on the screen says Nick's office, which is why Beth was asking about that. Don't squint your eyes at me. They can't see that either. And the delivery van makes its way towards the prison delivery center. Who would like to go first? I'll leave it to both of you, and we'll probably cut back and forth too.
I want to see what happens with the Brad Mystery Miscellaneous service. Okay. I really do.
All right. So you guys start munching on some Cheez-Its in the parking lot while you wait for your meeting that's
I'm not
coming
hungry.
up
I'm not eating
soon.
Cheez-Its. No.
No, Chris and Dees.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as the van pulls around to the delivery, and you see this like kind of shitty looking shipping and receiving door up against this like thick wall with conventional, like there's a prison tower above it, and you see a little bell icon to ring for your delivery. You hear, hello?
Brad's Mystery Miscellaneous delivery.
Oh, hey, you know about this, right? What are these guys selling? And you hear a little muttering, and you hear, yeah, I know. You guys have the green hair dye, right?
Yeah, and rompers this week.
Oh,
Forget the jumpsuits.
rompers.
Oh, sorry, jumpsuit rompers. Sorry.
Okay,
It's a combo. It's a mix.
all right. Are you ready to unload?
Well, yeah, you gotta let us in though.
Yeah, I know. And the door like pushes open, and you see this kind of like
Yes.
scrungly looking like goblin line cook motherfucker, very like tall and lanky and sitting behind like a old security desk with a like Windows 95 computer. He's got like Dad from Coraline vibes in his pose, if you guys know what I'm
Nice.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the whole like he's like shaped like an inverted line, like he's curling
Yeah.
in on himself.
He's like curling it on himself.
I like your vintage setup.
Thanks. They won't get us a better one.
No, there's nothing's better than retro.
That's true. That's true. And this young woman with this like short black hair runs over and she says, "Oh, yes, the delivery. Do you guys need a hand?"
No,
No,
we
we got
it.
this covered. It's fine. Thank you.
You just need to know where to unload it.
Oh, yeah, and so like the interior of this little room has like a bunch of like loose boxes that are all kind of like labeled and in little corners. And the woman pulls out a little notepad and says, "Okay, rompers, those are going to go towards the right. You see past the buckets of shrimp over there in the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, to the
That
left of
seems
the
like
shrimp.
something
All right,
in a
left.
refrigerator.
Yeah, no, there's ice in those buckets. The
That's not what I said.
jumpsuits are going to go to the left of the Klondike bars.
What?
Left of the. Let me guess. There's ice in that bucket too.
No, that's a weird thing to ask.
Okay.
And then the green, hey, Gorgons, can I get a name?
Oh wait, I started.
Gorgonzola.
No,
I started writing
that
down
would
names
be
again.
Darryton.
Gort.
Gort.
Gordy.
Sorry, we're going with Gordy.
Gordo Balby.
Gorton. Gorton.
Gorton Balby. Hey,
Gorton
Gorton.
Balby.
Hey, Gorton Balby. Are we putting? Is green hair dye under? Do we put that under G for green, or H for hair, or just like D for dye?
You can't say that to someone.
What?
You can't tell someone to D for die. That's so disrespectful.
Do we put that for D for unalive, but with a Y?
That's better.
And Gorton says, all right, well, the item is dye. Okay, so you guys can put that to the right of the candles in the ice bucket.
What?
You guys see the
What?
he points to candles. Just put them to the right of that.
Why do they need to be cold?
We're real big on our systems here.
The Klondike bars are melting.
There's like ice cream like pouring
It's
onto the
like
floor.
The Klondike bars are liquefying out of that bucket, but you got ice with the candles. What?
Gordon says, "Listen, okay? Sometimes you get frozen candles. Other times you get melted Klondike bars. It's prison, okay? This ain't vacation."
It's your system, man.
He looks over at the fingies who are just like standing in the corner holding hands. He says, "What's their deal?"
Oh, they're some of the unloading guys.
That's rude. What's
They-
your deal?
Well,
Ooh.
I'm at shipping and receiving.
Yeah, and
And-
we're delivering. That's those are our delivery guys.
Raffi like tries to get a box, but it just collapses on the floor.
I hand them a box so that they can like hold it between the two of them. And you see, this is a 2-person system. That is the most secure box. I put another one on there. They can carry 2 boxes. Do you know how many boxes I can carry? I grab 2 boxes. This defeats the purpose, but I can carry this a lot less good than they can.
The woman is like jotting all this down. She says, "Does any of this need to be on ice?"
Oh, the hair dye, 100%. If this hair
Yeah,
dye,
the hair dye. If the hair dye's not on ice, it will melt.
this is a pre-frozen hair dye. You just have to like kind of dump the box in your head, and it it attunes to your roots and stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
It's magical. So we didn't make it.
So while you're starting to secure your hair dye, it also probably still has Cheez-Its in it on ice.
Yeah, a lot of them. Some of them are actual boxes of hair dye, and some of them are just boxes of Cheez-Its.
Chrys, you and Dee's get out of the car, and Dee says, "Okay, Chrys, you ready for this?"
Yep.
Okay, so you're my cousin.
I'm sorry. I'm your cousin Chrys with a K.
Okay, all right. So keep it cool. We don't need to have like an elaborate backstory or anything. We don't need to get into any trouble. We're just gonna go say hello to Nick and maybe check in with Tem once we meet up with the others.
Okay, but like here's the thing. Just so like people know that we know each other really, really well. That we're cousins. We gotta make it believable. You have to tell me a fact about you that nobody else would know but a cousin.
What?
Yeah, no. These, come on.
Are you gonna tell me something?
Yeah, of course, you're my cousin.
Okay, fine. When I was 12, I was at a family gathering by a lake. My uncle had a lake house in West Missouri.
Okay.
And well, I peed in the lake. And everyone was like, "Oh, did someone pee?" And I was like, "No, that must just be a warm spot, like the sun or something." But it was me.
What was it, like a clear lake? So like you peed and there was like a yellow cloud around you, but like
No, it was pretty murky.
Okay. So like there was no evidence.
No, there was
right,
no
I
evidence of
appreciate-
any. Yeah.
All right. Let me tell you something about me. When I was 7, I got my finger stuck in a glass Coke bottle. And instead of trying to, get help when I couldn't pull it off, I thought that maybe if I put 9 more on my other fingers to like even it out, it wouldn't be that noticeable. But then I had to go to the hospital because I lost all circulation in my fingers, and they had to like cut through them with the glass cutters. It was really elaborate.
He's like looks at your fingers and then back up to you. He says, "Are you serious?"
I mean, my fingers are fine now, but yeah, I'm serious. But you told me about peeing in a lake. I wouldn't lie to you about 10 Coke bottles being stuck on me.
Let's go see Nick.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Let's
You
go
cut
see
out.
my guy, Nick. Let's go see Nick.
Okay. Let's go see Nick.
All right. So you all head inside the prison. Dee signs the both of you in. And this the short little person scampers up, and they've got like this very like energetic eagerness about them, despite dressing in like a kind of like tan prison guard uniform.
Mhm.
And they tip their hat and they say, "Dernest, hello! Oh, it's so nice to see you again." And Dee says, "Hey Nick, this is my cousin Chrys."
Hey, I'm Chrys.
Yeah.
And if you ever need to put that on record, it's Chrys with a K. Just no, a C.
Yeah. Chrys with a K. And Nick says, "Wow, yeah, that's so awesome. You never mentioned you had a cousin before." And Dee says, "Yeah, no, there's lots that you don't." Anyway, let's head up to your office, shall we? Check. I'm curious to know how Tem's doing. And Nick says, yeah. Come on, come on. And he leads you through like you're basically like parallel to where like some of the cell blocks are. As he leads you up to this kind of like quaint rustic office. That's Deece there, by the way. That's Beth.
I love
Beth
that.
drew that. Yeah,
I love D so much.
it came out
Deece
really
looks
well.
very cool. Deece looks
Yeah.
very
Look at
cool.
him.
I like him.
As he as Nick escorts you up to their office and says, "Yes, so I have all of the latest uh, Chrys with a K. You might not know this, but almost every prisoner has their own sort of routine on account of their unique properties.
Okay, right.
Uh,
Makes sense. That makes sense.
And we try to accommodate as much as possible given the circumstances and the somewhat unusual methods of restrainment that some need. So if you can believe it, all prisoners are able to choose their own meals, and our chefs do accommodate. And Dee says, "Yeah, what yeah, has she been eaten?" And Nick says, "Yes, sir. Lots of red meat recently. Nuts and red meat and what have you." He says, "Okay. I all right." And he shoots you, Chrys, a look. Just kind of like squints his eyes a little bit and
Mhm.
throws an arm around Nick's shoulder and says, "Actually, can we go over some of the history of Tem's stay here? There's some details that I'm just trying to get confirmed. We have a pending case out in West Missouri on account of, like some of her." And Nick's like, yeah. We can go over this. And seems to be pretty thoroughly tied up.
Okay. So is oh no, this is my chance. So I'm looking for a file on
Yeah.
Emmy Jace Jemmy Jingleson. Correct.
Yeah. And you can
Yes.
see in this sort of rustic office, there are lines and lines of folders and envelopes.
That's what I was scared of. All right. So where in relation are they to me and to these individuals that are talking now?
So Deece and Nick are poring over papers on the desk. They are both standing in kind of like in front of the desk, so on the opposite side of the chair, standing up, looking down at papers on the desk. To the left of the desk are these kind of rows of shelves.
Okay. So Chrys is gonna kind of like we start like moseying on over nonchalant to the left over
Mhm.
there.
Yep.
And let me take a look here. I just want to make sure I'm going to be using this correct if I find it. Okay. Cool. All right. So I'm just going to start like keeping an eye on them, but I'm going to start flicking through, seeing if there's anything that I can identify, like looking for J's, E's, keeping an eye out for that. You want me to roll something, a little something,
I
something?
do. I'd like you to roll a little library use.
Oh, don't make me do that. Guys, we didn't think this through. Chrys has never been to a library.
Yeah, but you're also the only person who has the ability you have.
Yeah. All right. Oh, that's very lucky. I got a 7.
Oh
and I
my
needed
god.
less than a 20. I got very lucky on that one.
All right, so your fingers skim and you start seeing A's and B's and C's and D's. And as you keep following this, your little fingers grab a J, a J-A-Y.
J-A-Y. All right. I look behind me again to make sure, they're still enthralled in their conversation.
Yeah, they look pretty enthralled still.
All right. So I'm going to casually like turn my back to them and pull it off the wall and kind of open it up. And I'm going to push the little thingy to my wrist. That's how it
Okay.
works, right? You push the charm to your wrist.
Yeah, I believe it's the historian charm, right?
It
That you're
is. It is
using?
the historian charm.
All right. So your mind flashes with information. You might want to write this down. You see, it's like you're watching a movie sped up, and you see bodies rapidly moving towards a cell down a cell block. And they make a hard left into cell M31. Inside of the
Left.
cell. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can write this down.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So inside of the cell, you see this kind of like invisible person, whatever force you're witnessing this through, start to phase down through the floor, which morphs into this elevator shaft. And you see the shaft spiral down around you as you descend deep into the earth. And just for a split second, at the bottom, you catch a glimpse of blinding white light before your mind snaps out of it.
Oh boy. I don't say that out loud. I think it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I got to finish writing that last part down so I don't forget it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I actually got all that. That hurt. Anyway, Chrys is like furiously scribbling as he's having this vision.
What are you scribbling on?
Nonsense. It's absolutely nonsense. But I wrote down something good, so it's fine. So I slide the file back into its place, and I like swing my little foot around, and I start moseying my way over, maybe closer to the door as a little signal, like we're good.
Mm-hmm. Deese pokes his head up and looks over at you, Chrys, and kind of like shrugs his head a little bit, like trying to get confirmation from you.
I nod a little bit.
All right. He shoots up suddenly as Nick is like mid-conversation and says, "Well, this has been incredible. I am famished. Chrys, are you hungry?"
Oh, I'm starved. I could go for something yummy.
Yeah, me too. Super hungry. He's like recalling his alcoholic chicken nuggets and shrimp. He says, "Hey, I have a weird idea. What if the three of us went to the cafeteria?"
What a splendid idea.
And Nick is like, "Oh, yes, that sounds wonderful. Chrys with a K, you would love some of the food that they have there. It's good soup.
I love good soup.
Come on, everyone." And he starts to escort you guys back down. Now, meanwhile, back over in delivery, the van is just about empty. And Gorton says, "Well, that was fun."
It's a little cramped in here, and we can't really fit the last of the hair dye. Do you want us to like bring some of your more older stock to like the cafeteria for you, like the Klondike bars or the unmelted ramen noodle pit?
No, that's okay. We'll take care of all of that.
So, what time is it? It's like be noon probably. We should probably
like-
take our lunch break. Would you mind if we took it here?
I'm sorry, but no. Shipping and receiving, you're not allowed to access the prison cafeteria. Just the rules. There's a little diner just like 2 miles down the road.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
no,
I
that-
figured I'd ask just because, like, they're really strict on the timing of when we take our breaks, and like, if we don't take our breaks at exactly the minute they want us to,
Don't
like,
even, Clem, don't even worry about it.
Clem!
We can eat in the car. Is that
Well,
a
I mean, I
man?
didn't- you
Is
see,
that
the
a
thing
man?
is, but I didn't bring my lunch. Is the thing. I wanted to eat something today for my lunch.
Clem, is that a man over there?
Is
The
that a
two of them are
man?
like looking exactly where you're pointing, and there's just no man.
He just ran behind the pillar. I shake Clem. Clem, is that a man I just saw?
I think. What if it was a moth? Was it a moth? It kind of looked like a moth. You guys got moths here?
They're both looking. They're like, yeah, we have some moths here. I don't. And the woman's like poking her head around the corner, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I don't think I see anyone."
While they're looking at where we're pointing, is there just like a door that leads into the prison?
I could have sworn I saw an Italian, maybe French man run that way. Really distracting. Maybe I hallucinated it. Clem?
Oh, I click my little Italian man button.
Ooh.
The way I literally forget I have things.
Ooh.
I was trying my best. I was like, I can't come out and tell Iris to just like immediate activate plan B, but I was like asking them to let me use the cafeteria is not working. Quick, distract them before they become suspicious of us.
I just love is that a man?
Is that a
Shaking.
Why no? I don't see a man.
Well-
Suddenly,
Oh, look, there he is. Wait. I point. And there's
Suddenly-
Francois.
Francois materializes in the middle of the Klondike bar boxes, and is standing, feet covered in icky ice cream goodness, and Gorton and the woman whose name you never bothered to ask go, oh my God, get him! And they
Her
both
name's
start
Helena.
tackling him. Her name's Helena. Yeah, she's a name tag. It says Helena.
I
two
gesture
of them-
gesture for him to run.
Francois is like, ha ha ha!
Oh my god, is that an escaped convict? I am back into the cafeteria door.
Yeah, he like takes off like down a long hallway as the two chase after him. Little bits of melted ice cream forming the way as the two of you break left.
Fingies, I'm grabbing the fingies and dragging them with us.
Yeah, you grab the fingies, and they're like, that was a well executed and very timely plan.
I literally forgot that was the plan. Don't tell Cosmo.
Cosmo is running, but also has their head in their hands. Like they keep having to look where they're running, but they're just like, ooh, they're trying. Great job, everybody! I'm so proud of us.
Sorry,
And,
I was thinking about the leg.
No, yeah, that's fair, Iris, and it's fine because it doesn't matter. It's fine. This won't come back to haunt us.
And all of you collectively burst into the cafeteria. Deece and Chrys led by Nick, Iris, Cosmo, and the Fingies led by Adrenaline. And Nick is like, so this is the cafeteria. It's pretty nice. We do eat the same food as the prisoners, but that's because it's really high quality.
Is it locally sourced?
Why, yes. Except the shrimp. The shrimp is not locally sourced. That's
I
on
can't
account.
believe this.
We're not like we don't have
There's
Your
no
lamb, huh?
yeah, your little
yeah.
yeah. No, I understand. I get it. What about your chicken?
Oh yeah,
You
chicken.
got chicken?
We got chicken. It's good stuff.
Fuck yeah.
He looks over at Cosmo, Iris, and the Fingies, and it's like, oh, that's weird. I don't think I've ever seen those folk before.
I
Usually
get
you're
in line.
supposed to have a chaperone.
I turn to
Anyway.
the fingies. Thanks for guiding us here, guys.
The Fingies say, our pleasure. It was by your light that led us here after all.
What's the saying? Everyone's from Texas.
Yes,
Everyone.
of course. And Deece is like, okay, well, I'm just gonna grab little something. Chrys, what do you want? Chicken?
Chicken.
Great. It's on me, buddy. Dear sweet cousin of mine.
Thank you, cousin. Thank you, dear cousin of mine, who I know so much about.
Oh, I know, pissed in a lake.
Yeah.
I contemplated
De-
saying that, but I didn't do it.
Deece kind of like shoots you a glance that's like, don't. And
Chrys grabs a chicken burger.
yeah, you grab a chicken burger. Hey everyone, it's Max here for your regularly scheduled ad break. What is up? My dog just sighed. She's like, why are you not paying attention to me? Thank you so much for listening to the Reflection Game, episode 42. I hope you're enjoying it. The start of our prison adventure. That's right, we're getting into it. It's going to be a wild ride. It has been so far. But I know things that happen in the future that you don't, but you will when we get to them. And you know who else can know about them if you tell them? Are your friends. Tell a friend about This Isn't Normal. It helps us out so much, and it would mean the world to us if you did that. And you can also leave a rating, review, subscribe, 5-star, like, all that good stuff on however you listen to this, because there's so many ways you can listen to this, but it helps us out tremendously. So I hope that you will consider doing that for us. And of course, the other great way that helps the show stay alive is with Patreon. We're on Patreon at patreon.com/tincast, and that's where you can get access to a whole bunch of goodies. We have 3 tiers, one of which I almost never talk about. But if you just want to join, we do have like a $1 tier. It's almost no commitment from you. It means the world to us. And if you want to give just a little something, that's there for you. For $5 a month, you get a special bonus episode every single month. Right now we're doing 2 different things because of some scheduling conflicts. So we did last month we had The Fault in Our Cars, which was part of This Isn't Noir, and then we're also doing a survival horror campaign. Would you mind, ma'am? I'm in the middle of something. We're doing a survival horror campaign called Deadlight, which is also a lot of fun. And what's May's gonna be? I don't know, but it's gonna be good whichever one we do. I think I have 2 days to figure that out. So I should get on that. For $10 a month, you get access to all of that bonus content, and we thank you each and every week during this portion of the show, which is why it's time to thank Mango, Amanda Krondar, Morgan Wolbrand, Emmy Lynn Laderna, Smarties, Charlie Rose, Adam Carpenter, and Marco Malmstrom for their continued support of the show. Thank you all so much. Thank you. I tell you every week, and I mean it every single week. There's no pre-recording. I literally thank you every single week. So I hope you know we do genuinely really appreciate it. Anyway, I'm really excited for the rest of this episode. I think it's hilarious, and I don't want to keep you from experiencing that humor too. So I'll let you get back into the madness. Join us again next week for another prison-centric episode, and until then, stay safe, drink lots of water, and have a wonderful week. Do your 2 parties like sit close to each other?
I sit right next to these.
Yeah, fair.
So like you see how the back is like one big so the back of the like seating area is one long bench. If you guys sit at like 2 tables, maybe Nick's on one side of the bench or we're at the other, I'm sitting like uncomfortably close to Dee's.
Dee's is looking at you.
I help you? I'm taking a break, sir.
He turns away from you. And says, so this is great. Yeah, I might do you mind if we go see Tem before we head out? I haven't seen her in a while. And Nick says, oh well, that's not, I guess we could. She kind of can't see people right now, like outside of her cell on account of some recent shenanigans, but I think we can probably. And Dee says, oh my gosh, look, is that. And he turns and he looks at Francois. Like, he wasn't like pointing originally at Francois. He was like clearly just trying to create a distraction, and is like, that looks like a short Italian man who's just running through the. Is that normal? And Nick's like, oh my god, code pasta, and like gets up and starts chasing after him too. And Dee says, okay, so how was your time getting in?
We're on our lunch break, so if you don't mind.
Fairly uneventful, but like if we do all manage to meet your sister or not, just tell her to stay away from the dairy products in this place, because they had Klondike bars and also frozen candles and also what was the other frozen shrimp sitting in buckets in the storage area that we
They
unloaded the
like
truck in.
weren't in fridges. It was just like
Yeah,
on the ground in buckets with ice.
I literally mean
Except
in a
the Klondike
bucket.
bars.
No,
Those
those were
those
just
didn't have
melted.
ice.
I stepped in the puddles actually. It was pretty gross.
Friend,
Wait, the
Ew.
puddles
candles
everywhere right
had
now.
the candles had ice on them?
No, the candles are frozen solid.
The fucking prison is this?
We literally asked this question and they told us to not ask questions. So just tell your sister not to eat the dairy products here
Or the
Okay.
candles?
or the candles.
Well, I think Chrys has exciting news.
Yes, very exciting. I had a vision when I touched the folder.
Ooh.
Pretty wild. So I do know, I believe I know where they're keeping her. She's invisible though. Possibly. I saw somebody who was invisible.
What?
Okay, but where is it though? Like, how do we get there?
You gotta go. It says, hold on, let me look at the notes that I scribbled down. Chris picks up the notes and he's like gets really close to it. And he's like, we gotta go left and then L31. It seems like there's an L31.
It wasn't like M31, was it?
Was it M31?
I mean,
Am I mistaken? OOC, like for real, am I mistaken on that? Did I just scribble it down so fast that I put L31 instead of M31?
I wrote hard left at M31, literally underneath the floor.
Okay. Okay.
But Cosmo doesn't know that, so like.
Chris like blinks rapidly and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's M31."
I had a
yeah, I
vision
can-
of the future.
Yeah.
Use those letters all the time.
But it's really like real far down. Like it's real far down.
Well, I guess that makes sense. They did say that it was like a prison under the prison.
Yeah. So we gotta.
Okay, so you said left at M31, and then what do we do from there? Just like, is there an elevator? Is there like a staircase?
That's literally all I wrote down. I said cell block left L31.
Okay, we'll
And
figure
then
it out.
there's the hold on, I'm sorry. Because I wrote down for real, I wrote down invisible person goes through the floor to an elevator shaft.
That
Goes
is
down
what
and
was
there's
in
a
your
blinding
vision.
light.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. So I wrote my vision down correct. I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. D says, okay, so we didn't learn everything, but we know approximately where it is. So then maybe all we need to do is figure out the way to get down from there.
Okay, here's the other thing, the other like point I wanted to raise, especially after hearing that your sister's definitely not allowed visitors after some recent mischief.
Hey guys, I'm really sorry. There's like a cat screaming outside of my door right now. I just need to go see what that's about.
Yeah,
go
no.
for it.
Go for it. So, what'd you guys think of the eclipse?
I stared at the sun a little bit too much.
I accidentally flashbanged myself like 3 times with the sun trying to get pictures of it.
Same. I kept
Yeah.
like trying to line up shots, or I would like take off my glasses before I averted my eyes, and so I would just like accidentally like full on sunblast my eyeballs and be like, oh god.
It was like vaguely overcast, like partially cloudy today.
Mhm.
So like sometimes the clouds would be thick enough that I couldn't see the sun through my sunglasses.
Mhm.
My eclipse glasses. So I would take them off thinking that the sun was like so away and then like fucking blind the shit out of myself because it was
Oh.
just thick enough to not see the sun through the thick panes of black glass, but not cloudy enough to not blind myself instantly.
Mhm.
Literally, shoot, what was I saying? Fuck. Like I'm not even that far north of you guys, like where I work a little bit more, but it did not get overcast until right after the eclipse was basically over, like after 4 o'clock.
Nice.
It started to get really overcast outside, and I was like, damn. And I absolutely loved going to stand outside and like just like stare up at the sky. Like,
Everything good with the
Cheryl.
cat, Mark?
Yeah, there was the neighbor's cat was trying to steal my cat's food, so my cat was like,
Sounds about right.
Just like starts
Yeah.
the engine to throw down.
I was like, oh my god, I thought they were getting murdered, but no, they were just having a standoff on the porch, and I was like, go, bro, go away.
Can you guys
That's
stop
hardcore.
beefing?
Yeah, it was pretty
Okay. I remember exactly what I was about to say before this happened. To everyone, I'm like, okay, so the other thing I do want to point out, since apparently your sister's been like recently mischievous, is once again my fear that we might actively be playing right into somebody's hands. That if you start enough rumors that someone's trying to plan jailbreak, that people will show up to investigate said jailbreak and thus create an actual opportunity for a jailbreak.
I mean, to be fair, we did literally see 2 people who broke out of this prison.
You know what? You make a great point, and I take back everything I just said, because though I don't know how they got out, and your extremely talented sister can't.
Wait. You guys spent like an hour talking to those 2. You didn't ask them how they did it?
No.
Nope. Maybe
We
we
had
should have.
a
Maybe
had-
we should have done that.
Why would we ask them that?
You guys
Because
know that
we need to
Brad
get out.
specifically sent us here because he was worried about people getting out.
It's
He
okay,
thought it
they
was
just
Emmy.
Did, like petty.
I thought it
petty
was my
money crime.
sister.
Oh well,
Maybe
then
it
problem
was
solved.
those
we,
2
we figured it out.
idiots.
It was those 2 idiots, and we're just gonna take them back to Brad after.
so funny.
Oh my god.
Well, whatever you do, don't create an opportunity where Tem or Jace can actually legitimately escape.
Let's just go say hi to my sister. Let's go make sure that one of the most dangerous women in the world is not trying to break out of prison. And then let's go fucking either take those 2 to Brad or take them back to jail.
Let's take him to Brad, because it'll be
We're
easy to
taking
send
them
him back.
Brad.
Yeah, it'll be easy if we really need to like actually just bring them back to prison to just like boop boop and then leave. But
Oh,
I don't
my
know.
God.
Listen, if those 2 Dunder Mifflins can escape this, like escape this place, then they have to have some kind of competency to them, in which case they might be of some use to us in some capacity.
All right. So I don't have a good solution for this yet, but do you, Cosmo and Iris and Raffi and Zulu, want to somehow come with Chrys and I?
Yes.
Okay, we need a way to be able to do that before Nick gets back.
Food fight. We gotta start a food fight as another diversion to keep him gone even longer.
Or I hold Iris's hand. Iris and I, our child is magically mischievous, unfortunately, and so the Fingy guards are helping us tour the facility to see if this would be the right place for us to house our unfortunate child.
Is
What if
that
we just? He clearly is gonna be like, I've never seen these people in my life. What if we just? What if we just hit him over the head with a table?
Then I think
That's
we'll
not
go
my
to.
suggestion. My
I
suggestion
think
was
we'll go
actually
to
gonna
actual
be,
prison.
what if we just simply were like, our guard is like, he was gonna go to the bathroom, but I think he got involved in chasing that guy. Can we just hang out with you guys?
Yeah, we were about to get a tour.
No, we
Dees is a-
forget. We didn't need a tour. We were just here on our lunch break, but our guy went to the bathroom and never came back.
But then they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, I can show you to the exit, no problem." No, we need a reason to go
No,
into the facility with them.
We're just gonna stick with you guys, and then at the end, we don't want to derail these kind people's time. We're fine. We'll just stick with you guys so that we're not unaccompanied until you're done.
Iris, I think it'd be really simple for them to just take us to the exit on their way to the actual facility. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen if we go with that excuse.
What was that about a table?
You can't just like
No, Dees.
voluntarily send your magic prison.
what if we have a wayward teen, okay? Our wayward teen daughter likes to rob banks for fun because she has a bank robbing magic power.
You have an idea.
Then
Okay,
she
please,
would be
please
here already. What?
Have you guys seen that show? That show, Be Beyond Scared Straight?
Oh, the one where they like take you to prison and be like,
yeah,
yeah,
we're casing the joint. You guys are casing the joint. You're
Okay.
TV producers.
this is perfect because I like Iris's original idea of like our escort like took off after some Italian guy and never came back after he promised us that we could take a look and see if this place was like good enough to scare children.
Can you scare children here? Is that it? Can you do that?
And then
we're
and
figuring out if we can scare children here.
And then we heard about this guy's very talented and very cool. Oh, wait, is it your older sister or your younger sister?
My older sister.
Older sister.
She's just a year older though. It's not like a big deal.
You're the little brother.
No, I'm
Baby
not
brother.
no, I'm not the baby brother.
What
You
are
have a
you?
younger-
Don't write that
do you have a
down.
younger
Don't write. I
sibling?
see. Where'd you even get that notepad? Don't write down baby brother.
I wrote little baby brother. Okay.
Little baby boy brother.
Chrys.
I didn't even write. I wrote little, so it's like the fun one.
Nick runs back over. Their face is like bright red. They're panting. They say, "Sorry, guys. That Italian man disappeared into thin air."
Italians are always slippery.
Is he like an escaped convict?
Oh, because
They're famous for it.
They're covered in olive oil all the time. They
Just
gotta...
Yeah.
Just like the noodles.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. You see that guy over there? And he points to like this kind of like bored-looking guard standing with like a beat stick in his hand. Nick says,
Yeah.
"That guy, he can help you get over to Temp. So just go tell him that you're with me, okay?" And he runs off before another word can be said.
Oh, we didn't need to come up with a convoluted plan. Let's go, gang.
No, because
I like that
you...
he didn't even ask who the fuck we were.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay,
Well,
come on,
because
everyone.
he doesn't know that you guys are with us.
I mean, we were literally just talking to you when he came up.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a fair
It's fine.
point.
It's fine. We're just movie producers scoping. Actually, no, not even that. We're movie producers' assistants scoping out for them because they're never going to come here themselves.
We're interns.
We're interns, unpaid.
No, the fingies are the producers.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Don't look
We're
him in the
all
eye.
interns.
I
We're
pull
all
out a pair of-
interns.
We're all
I
interns.
pull out a
pull out
pair
a
of
pair of
eclipse
sun-
gases.
I put a pair of sunglasses and I put it on Raffi, and then I look at Zulu and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Why? Why do
Um,
they need? We're inside. They don't need
Producers
those.
always wear sunglasses.
What are
Oh.
you
Look
guys
at Mitchell.
talking about?
It's called method acting, Dees.
Come on, Chris. And Dees walks up to the guard and says, "Hi, Nick Sorrento. We were with him to see my sister, Temperina Shrimp. This is my cousin Chrys. He can't escort us anymore, and also these guys."
Yeah, hi. Our guard, Janer Eric, he took off and he never came back. And like, we were supposed to tour the facility like 20 minutes ago. So, can we just tag along with you guys? And then we'll be on our way, please.
I'm sorry, what is your business here?
Oh my God, we are here to make a film, or well, we're scoping out to make a film about bringing in troubled students and then scaring them with the threat of prison, super magical prison, and then return them to their daily lives and see if they're formed. So we're mostly just here scoping on behalf of our producers. Don't look them in the eyes. I see. Hey, eyes on me. Eyes on me. Don't look them in the eye. I only had one pair of sunglasses for them. Okay. Do not. Hey. Anyway, the sooner we can just get this quick tour. I heard you're gonna go see someone spooky. Maybe it's fine. We don't need to see anyone in particular. We just need a quick jaunt around the facility, see if it's gonna scare kids, and then we'll be out of your hair.
What's the name of the production?
It's kind of a
Fingy,
work in progress.
Fingy Farm Production.
You see why it's a work
Is-
in progress, right?
Is that the name of the movie or the producer's company?
The producer's company. The movie, we haven't even started making it yet. We're still scoping out locations. That's
Yeah, do you
why
have,
we're
like,
here.
Okay, listen.
If
He
you
pulls
talk
out
to
like a
talk,
a headshot. And he's like, "Listen, I
talk,
always wanted to be an actor."
I take it.
This,
I'm
I
like,
mean, this isn't like an actor thing. This is like a
we do need
we're
guards,
we're scaring children out of committing crimes so they don't end up in prison.
but we do need a guard to like help them, show the kids through. So listen, if you need any of our paperwork, talk to Jen Eric after this. We'll keep your headshot, and we'll just. Okay, I'll even give it to the producers, and I kind of like walk over to the thingies with my eyes like down averted. And I say, "Greetings, Your Eminences. I have something to submit to you."
Raffi grabs it gingerly by like two little fingers, like just by the tip, kind of like shaking, pulls it away, and says, "Thank you, intern number 76."
I bow and I back away from them and I say, "Okay, they've accepted it. That's great news. So don't anger them. How about we just get this moving?"
The guard, the guard is like, "Temperina Shrimp, right? Yeah, she's at the end of cell block M."
So interesting.
okay.
How long are your cell blocks? Like
Not all
typically?
that long.
Oh,
Come on,
okay. Like
we just gotta head this way. And he starts leading you guys out of the cafeteria.
so we're walking down whatever block. I'm like, so is it like 50 cells per block, like 20 cells? Like
Well, it depends. There's usually it's 100 per block.
Mm-hmm.
So it's usually an easy way to remember, you know. And then odds on the left, and then evens on the right. And so he leads you down into like this blinding white corridor with cells lined on either side. He says, "This is cell block M. The M's for moth. Most of the residents here are moths. Hence the M."
Uh,
Did I mention that?
Wow.
so your sister's a moth?
No, my sister's not a moth.
This is the moth wing, though. Why do you guys? Interesting. Do you guys
Oh,
get
that's
a lot of
fun.
moths?
Get it? Do you get it? Moth wing?
Oh, that's funny.
so good.
That's
That's fun.
cool. Yeah, it's me, the guard. That's funny. Anyway.
Don't
Yeah,
forget me. I'm the guard.
you know, the governor the governor has been cracking down on the mothfia. Has been putting a lot of them away.
Isn't like the governor of Missouri like not in charge of where the mafia is actually located, which is like somewhere in the New England area?
Why do you think it's the governor of misery?
What governor is putting moths in your prison?
I don't know. The
I
governor.
mean, it's the magic
listen,
prison.
I
There's
went
not like
to
a lot of
theater
them.
school, not government school.
I mean this in a kind way. I can tell you've got a lot of like a lot of potential. Being wasted
really
in a space
think
like
so?
this. They wouldn't have taken your headshot if I didn't think so. I promise you that.
It's very kind of you. Thank you. And he says, "All right, before we go down here, just so you guys know, all right, now the moths can communicate telepathically, right?
That
So
sounds
just fine.
terrifying to children. I write that down.
Just don't be alarmed if you hear voices in your head. They might say some nasty things, but all you have to do is think back. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me."
Bug spray, bug spray, bug spray, bug spray, bug spray.
Got him. Fly swatter.
Ooh, I bet that was funny as hell. They like cower in fear in their cells. They're like, oh, oh.
Tennis racket, but electric.
I was gonna say they're like come over to my cell, and I just look at them and I think of one of those like electric swatter like that flies
Little
up.
electric lantern.
Yeah, and I look at him and I'm just like points to him in my brain and just backs away from the cell.
All right, so you guys think about how you're going to mentally prepare for this onslaught that I have for you.
Yeah,
And
I just think about loft bug spray a lot.
I
Yeah,
think about
so-
those off tiki torches.
Mm.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. So the guard opens the door and he points all the way down the cell block and he says, "All right, so right at the end of this corridor, that's Temperina's cell. It's like her own little personal lock cell, right? So we're just gonna go eyes forward, don't make eye contact, do not address, sticks and stones, right, guys?
Sticks and
Sticks and
stones.
stones.
Sticks and stones." And you guys start walking down, and Chrys, you hear in your head, "Hey man, how's it going?"
I think back.
The voice is like, "Okay, all right, no problem." Iris, you hear in your head, "Bro, you got like $20?"
I project back the image of hell.
You hear, "Oh man, those were good times.
What?
Oh,
Those were good. Those were good times."
thanks for that. Thank you. I
I have-
appreciate that.
I
Cosmo, you hear in your head,
I think of actually, can I like turn my attention to wherever that moth is?
well, it's just a voice projecting in your head.
Great. I give it like a moth like thought in my head, and then I set it on fire, and then I smash it with a bug spray. I smash it with like a bug zapper, and then I just picture bug spray like spraying it, and then I just send out a question mark.
From the second floor on your left, you hear like almost out loud.
Somebody
And,
starts screaming.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the bug spray that I was spraying, I like ignite it, so now it's just a flamethrower on that like charred mess of my head.
Like-
Keep on walking.
You're torturing this poor moth. He's like,
The guard is like, "Sticks and stones. That's right, guys."
I love breaking bones.
oh, you guys are having a really bad experience. This was pretty nice for me, honestly.
Oh, I think I was mentally fortified for that.
Yeah, the guard's like, "That's weird, you know, they don't really have mouths, so it's kind of incredible that you got one to like scream like that."
I
It's
think
like a
Sticks
re-
and Stones
Formed-
was like that scary, you know?
Sticks and
Well-
stones, my guy.
Listen, I work in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Those
I
are
guess
scary Sticks and Stones.
Oh god.
And you guys reach the end of the hallway, having passed my mental test of fortitude. My
Hey man, how's your
Ooh.
day?
Fucking sets him on fire, sends him to hell, smashes him with a fly swatter.
It was the one in my head.
Yeah, but what if he didn't know how to speak and he was just saying, Hey.
I had a beautiful conversation with Bill. So I know.
I know how much moths can talk, and that one didn't even try. So
I'm an expert, and honestly, I think it's even funnier if it was just a moth who was just like, "I'm gonna mess with that guy," and then it was just like me picturing mentally murdering him.
he's like, "Holy moly!
Jesus, this person's
What a
crazy.
I'm
There's a
in
re-
prison, and that guy's out there."
Why am I in prison?
Ooh. Oh.
And you all arrive outside of like this thick, massive iron door. There is the thinnest of slots for viewing inside. And the guard says, "Well, you all did amazing. I guess that's why you're in Hollywood and or related to Temperina Shrimp."
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Well, as you might have heard, you know, sort of unusual situation at the moment. So there's no real proper visitation. I'm just gonna stand like 20 feet back. Now listen. Shouldn't be able to do this. If you see a wormhole, Do not approach the wormhole.
What color are the wormholes typically?
They're like dark blue.
Okay.
And they're
how-
kind of
how
like,
long-
huh?
What's the duration of their length? How long do they typically exist?
Well, in here, there shouldn't be any. Somehow she managed to get one off. I wouldn't imagine. Oh my god, my pretzels. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have pretzels on the job, but they don't really feed us very well on the clock.
Mhm.
Where was I saying? Oh, it shouldn't last more than a few seconds.
Sounds good.
But I can't stress this enough. Do not approach the wormhole. Do not stick your hand or other appendages in the wormhole. Do
If I
not.
stuck my hand in the wormhole, is the rest of me going to get sucked in, or is
Yes.
just my hand in?
No, you will get sucked
Hmm.
in.
What if just like a finger?
You will get sucked in. Any contact with the wormhole
Mhm.
will suck you in.
Interesting.
Okay, hey, don't touch the wormhole. There shouldn't be a wormhole, but don't touch it.
Sounds like you think there's going to be a wormhole.
There is not going to be a wormhole.
You're really preparing us for a
Yes, I
wormhole?
have to prepare everyone for this. And Dee says, I literally get this exact rant every single time I'm here.
Has she ever made a wormhole before?
No.
I don't make promises I
Okay.
can't keep, so understood.
you as you say that, the guard is like thinking furiously, and you hear him mutter like sticks and stones, sticks and stones, sticks and stones.
Blood spray,
says-
blood spray.
He says, "Sorry guys, I gotta take this," and he like, it's like
You
has his
gotta
hands on
take
his
this.
temples.
He's performing a mental battle against one of these moths right now.
And
Yeah, they're dastardly.
Dees is like-
Dastardly.
Dees is like, "Are you gonna slide open the?" Okay, I guess I'll do it. And he's just kind of like slides open the little like viewing window, and inside, you see a woman with this enormous hair that seems to defy gravity. She's wrapped in chains around her hands, and you can see her hands almost appear to be corrupted. And with this wild grin on her face, she looks at all of you and says, "Hello, little brother." And that's where we'll end things for today.
Yo,
Bro,
I
hear me out. I can fix her.
That's what I was saying. Like, okay, all right. I drew her, and I was just like, but what if I dated her?
No, I saw her and I was like, Chrys is in love.
Chrys, Iris, and Cosmo
Dees,
all go.
Dees opens that slot and he's like, so yeah, this is my sister. And Cosmo and Chrys at the same time get hard eyes. And Iris
Yup.
is like, ha, you're the little brother.
Little brother. And then Chrys and Cosmo are like, oh, whoa, oh.
Cosmo's like clenching their chest, like, wow. I thought they were cool because they had cool wormhole powers, but like, wow. Oh wow.
Oh no, Chrys and Cosmo are gonna fight.
So one thing I want to point out that I both did I did inadvertently, which I'm actually like really proud of, is if you look on her right side, I accidentally drew what looks like a devil's tail in her hair. Which I was like, oh shit, and I can't stop
Ooh.
looking at it now.
I fucks with it.
Oh, on the like all the like the rightmost piece of.
Yeah, because you have that
Hair,
like
yeah.
one long hair coming out. I didn't even like when I drew that, I was just trying to have it like be more wavy without having it squiggle over the place, and I didn't see it until afterwards, and I was like, oh shit, that's really cool.
I
You've
should
got
have
like
the
the
next
little tail,
episode.
but you've got the little arrow in the negative space too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's cool. I see that. That's really cool.
Yep. Oh, that is. I like that. Yeah, I'll probably just call the next episode I Can Fix Her.
Oh,
Oh, God.
jeez.